I arrive in Dubai with my friend in the early afternoon, and the heat greets us immediately as we step outside the airport. It is dry and strong, but not suffocating. It feels clean and powerful, as if the city is announcing itself. I turn to my friend and say, "This feels intense, but kind of exciting." He smiles and replies, "Yeah, it already feels bigger than I imagined." We get into a taxi, and as it starts moving, I watch the city unfold. The roads are wide, the cars are smooth, and the buildings rise confidently. Glass towers stand next to sandy open land, and that contrast catches my attention. The driver looks at us through the mirror and asks, "First time in Dubai?" I answer, "Yes, it's our first visit." He nods and says, "Welcome. You'll see many worlds in one city." That sentence stays in my mind as we drive. At the hotel, the lobby feels like another world. High ceilings, marble floors, and quiet elegance. The staff greets us politely and clearly, making everything easy to understand. At the front desk, I explain that we are checking in and staying for several nights. The receptionist smiles warmly and says, "If you need recommendations for food or places, just ask." That makes me feel comfortable. It feels like help is always available. After leaving our bags in the room, my friend and I decide to head out immediately. We don't want to waste daylight. Dubai feels like a city meant to be seen. Our first destination is the Burj Khalifa. As we get closer, I keep looking up. My neck actually starts to hurt, and I laugh. I say, "I don't think my brain understands how tall this is." My friend replies, "It looks like it goes into the sky." Inside, everything is organized and calm. A staff member explains where to go and how long the wait will be. I ask, "Is it always this busy?" She answers, "Most of the time, yes. People come from everywhere." When we reach the observation deck, I fall silent. The city stretches endlessly, and the desert surrounds it like a frame. I feel small, but in a good way. A tourist nearby says, "This view makes you think differently." I nod and reply, "It really does." After that, we walk to Dubai Mall for lunch. Calling it a mall feels strange, because it feels more like a city. There are fountains, restaurants, shops, and people everywhere. We stand in front of a long list of restaurants. My friend asks, "Do you want something local or international?" I say, "Let's try something Middle Eastern first." At the restaurant, the waiter explains the dishes patiently. I ask, "Is this dish good for sharing?" He answers, "Yes, many people order it to try different flavors." We order several plates and share everything. The food is rich, spiced, and comforting. I taste flavors I've never experienced before. While eating, I notice how relaxed the atmosphere is. No one rushes us. Conversations flow easily around us. After lunch, we walk around the mall and browse shops. Luxury brands sit next to casual stores. I don't feel pressure to buy anything. I enjoy just looking. In one store, a salesperson greets us and asks if we need help. I answer, "We're just browsing." She smiles and says, "Take your time." That phrase feels common here. Take your time. In the late afternoon, we head to the Dubai Creek area. The city changes again. The buildings are lower, and the streets feel older and more personal. We walk past small shops selling spices, fabrics, and souvenirs. The air smells different here. Stronger, warmer, more traditional. A shop owner greets us and asks where we are from. When I tell him, he smiles and says, "Dubai welcomes everyone." We take an Abra across the creek. The ride is short, but peaceful. I sit quietly and watch the water move. In the evening, we prepare for a desert safari. As we drive out of the city, the buildings slowly disappear. Sand takes over the view. Our guide explains what will happen and tells us to relax. He says, "The desert teaches patience." When we arrive, the sky feels huge. The sunset turns the sand orange and gold. I take photos, but I also stop and just look. At the desert camp, we sit on cushions and drink tea. People from different countries sit nearby. We exchange smiles and short conversations. A woman asks me, "Are you enjoying Dubai so far?" I answer honestly, "More than I expected." Later, we eat traditional food and watch cultural performances. The music, the movement, and the atmosphere feel immersive. I feel connected, even though this culture is new to me. The next morning, we wake up early and head to the beach at Jumeirah. The sea is calm, and the air feels fresh. People are jogging, swimming, and relaxing. We stop at a beach cafe and order drinks. I ask the staff, "What's popular here?" He replies, Something cold, it's always a good choice. He's right. The drink feels refreshing and light. Later, we walk along the beach and talk about life. Travel slows us down in a good way. We listen more and talk less. In the afternoon, we visit the Palm Jumeirah. The view from above feels unreal. Human creativity feels limitless here. We walk through a hotel and see the ocean through glass walls. Everything feels polished, but welcoming. That evening, we go shopping again, this time for souvenirs. I look for something meaningful, not expensive. Something that represents the experience. A shopkeeper helps me choose a small gift. He says, "Memories matter more than objects." I agree. On our final night, we have dinner at a rooftop restaurant. The city lights stretch endlessly below us. I feel calm and grateful. I look at my friend and say, "This trip felt full, not rushed." He nods and says, "Dubai surprised me." On our last morning, I look out the window one more time. The city looks peaceful in the early light. As we head to the airport, I think about everything we experienced. Food, history, shopping, nature, and people. Dubai feels bold, but also generous. It doesn't just show itself. It invites you in. I smile to myself and think that this journey will stay with me for a long time.